Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and it appears that there has been yet another purge on YouTube. Stefan Molyneux amongst them. However, even about a week and a half ago, I believe George Webb was taken down. Now, before I get into what this means, where I think this is all going, whether or not I'll still be on YouTube, tomorrow, next week, a month from now, I guess anything's up in the air at this point. I want to remind everybody that no matter what you think about the people's material we're going to go over that were banned today, more voices are better than less voices. Who gets to be the authority on what hate speech is? And who gets to say, this speech is allowed, this speech is not allowed. This person is allowed, this person is not allowed. I'm a firm believer that unless you are literally calling for violence against another person or people, or committing an act of violence, of crime, let them be on the platform, all platforms. Let them have that free speech we talk about, no matter how hateful, how dreadful, how much I may disagree with it. But then on the flip side to that, you have the idea that you'll take someone like Stefan Molyneux, and again, I don't know much about him, but I do know that race is not one of his main topics. I know he's talked about it before. I've seen some stuff in the past that I don't agree with. But for the most part, that's not even the subject matter he deals with. And why is that such a sacred cow? He gets taken out with Richard Spencer and David Duke on the same day. Self-proclaimed white nationalists. So, you know, do the math. They're literally trying to associate him with them. What we're going to do here, like we do every time for the AMAs, thumbs this video up, subscribe, and share. I'm going to take some of the comments from some of the donors here. We'll check this back and forth since, you know, we're fully demonetized here. You can't do super chats. This is how I support myself. 3 days ago, Humberto Munoz says, thanks for the great content. As always, Jason, always look forward to your videos. Keep safe, and God bless, bro. Thank you so much. Drufus, how we doing, brother? Love you, JB. Holla at a brother when you get a chance. Hope you join the chat, Drufus. Proud to be a part of the Burmis Brigade. God bless you, Jason. Thank you, Graham McDonald. Jason, you're going through the document on June 24th Assange case was so insightful and helpful. Thank you so much, Erica Creech. Yes, we talked about Assange, the new indictment. Awesome. Jody Robinson, I don't blame anyone for wanting to leave New York. Hellhole run by corrupt murderer Cuomo. Yeah, that's the next step. It could be in 2 days, guys. It looks like I got my car back today. I drove it around a little bit tonight. I could literally be leaving in 2 days. Obviously, I need your help. Denise Walker says, I love his documentaries. Thank you so much, Denise. I really appreciate it. Remember, those are free, by the way, in the playlist section. Hey, Jason, I live right outside of KC in the small college town of Lawrence, Kansas. Let me know if there's anything I can help you show around the area. Drew, I may get hold of you. Flick off. I'm going to prefer listening to Genocide Rap. Yes, I did listen to it. On a more serious note, keep up the great work. I did check that out, by the way, last AMA. So get your questions in now. Again, we go down the line. We're going to talk about everything, but let's talk about it. First of all, I'm kind of surprised that David Duke was still on the platform. They've done so many purges, I would have thought that his channel was gone in the first place because he's such a media darling when they want to roll out the term racist or white supremacist, etc. Or, you know, David Duke himself, I believe he doesn't think he is a white supremacist. He believes to be a white nationalist. I think Richard Spencer as well. I don't know that Stefan Molyneux has ever made any of those claims. It says that the Google-owned site updated the policy last year to include a ban on videos alleging that a group is superior in order to justify discrimination, and all 3 individuals were found to have violated the rule. Again, I don't know that they've done that, but, you know, you have to protect all speech. You don't have to agree with these guys. For instance, you know, I'm talking about George Webb. Oh, sorry, wrong one. But right here, You can see where George Webb talks about being banned, I believe, on the 19th. And look, again, I don't know a lot about George Webb's work. I know that he talks a lot of left-right politics, stuff that I don't necessarily agree with, but he deserves to be on the platform, just like everybody out there deserves a voice. Are these people calling for violence? No. The solution to bad speech is more speech, is better speech, are actual facts and open dialogue. So, this is alarming, but alarming because somebody like George Webb, who has a decent following, right? Somebody like him, guys, he gets banned, and there's no media, no press about it. And then when you see Spencer banned, and you see Duke banned, and you see Molyneux banned, there is press about it. And they're going to play that white supremacy card. So you don't hear it when somebody like Webb, you can't even associate him with racial supremacy, yet he's banned. He's gone. He's a whisper. And then they put these people out there, so then when there's more people banned, perhaps myself and others like me, they'll just assume what? I'm obviously a white supremacist, which is utterly ridiculous. So guys, thumbs them up, subscribe, share. Let's do it. Let's go down the line. Before I go down the line, by the way, I want to say that there's more information coming out about the Seattle story I covered earlier today in the Chop. It doesn't appear that there's any evidence that those two in the Jeep were armed. At first the media was reporting there was a gunfight. They were trying to charge. Now there's a video that you can see maybe they were trying to charge into it. So as that story develops, I'll be keeping you updated. We don't like to pass off false information. And I want to reiterate how the move in COVID 1984 right now is for mandatory masks all across the nation, all the time. And I got to say, I watched Cernovich on Twitter say, wear a fucking mask. It's polite. I don't wear a mask because I'm scared. No, it's more than that. They want your mouth covered. They want you silent. And now they're saying they want to aim at phony exempt scams. You see, people are getting those cards that I was talking about that people can't tell they're memes, and they're actually, wearing them, saying, I'm not wearing a mask. There shouldn't be a law. We'll get into the AMA stuff. Remember, thumbs up, subscribe, share, and then again, if you want that super chat mechanism, the link to the GoFundMe is below. And today, I think today, now that we're at midnight, will be the last day of this GoFundMe until we start one for July, as we always do. All right, let's go down the line. Let's see. I'm hoping for the Young Turks. Nah, Young Turks is a directly anti-Christian reference. They're safe for now. It's not like the Weather Channel doesn't have a segment called Weather Underground. Arthur Morgan 2020. So unfortunate but true. Keep hoping sooner rather than later. The propaganda machine is broken and out of touch. Let me run for half the cost of none of the boys, towns, or Lolitas. Don't know exactly how to interpret that one. No, they tube not. Okay, let's see what we got here. My man, Bedroom Junkie. Let's show that. Like and share on YouTube, people. Going to have to go back to bed in a minute, 5 a.m. in London, so smash that like button for me while I'm gone. Thanks, Bedroom Junkie. Appreciate it. Remember when Bill O'Reilly went and I called Clyde Lewis and I said, this is just the beginning? I do. Yeah, I do remember when well, you know what? Bill O'Reilly, he went from Fox News, but he still has a syndicated radio show. Bill O'Reilly's not hurting for money. They just kind of put him on the back burner. He isn't front and center anymore. Share on Twitter, LOL, I'm so tired. Right to self-determination for me, but not thee. Nice way to end a Monday with the Burmese Brigade. Well, thank you, Jose Pantajoa. Hey, Burmese Brigade just dropped a donation and a few questions. You just answered the second one, LOL. Well, let's go over there, flick off, and we will check out what those questions are. Always appreciate the donations and the support, my man. Are you still considering a McRapist documentary? Also, how do you like the song? The song was good. Reminded me of the old days. Had some clips of, David Icke, Alex Jones, InfoWars stuff in there. I would say the McRapist documentary still needs to be made, for sure, 100%, especially now that it appears that the DPP is not going to charge McGregor in that rape. So, yeah, I do plan on making that. Let's find a new forever home. And let's get settled. But that's something I don't want to take off my list because still no one's talking about it. It's driving me a little bit mad. So yes, I do flick off. I've actually got a folder going right now. A lot of the evidence I'll be using in that. All right, let's continue. GFY, Jason. Happy you're getting out of New York. I never thought when I was young that I would want to leave so badly. The state is unrecognizable now. It's so crazy. Yeah, at Six String, I had a Stefan Molyneux band meme waiting. I made it 2 years ago. Today it got released into this Twitter sphere. Catch me there, peeps, at Junkie Rewind. You had one on tap for 2, huh? 2 whole years. Damn, bedroom. Kudos. I love you. I'd love to see it, but I canceled all social platforms in 2014. You could still check it out. You can go to twitter.com/bedroom junkie and just go there. You don't have to have an account. It'll give you access. I doubt he has his tweets locked. Flick off is the man, always supporting the brigade like a boss. Yes, he is. Whoa, there's a big jump. Whoa, there's a big jump. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Sorry, guys. Good for you. David Duke was recommended to me by YouTube many years ago. Ronins fly solo, indeed. Well, again, the thing is with Duke and all that, there is also YouTube's desire to foment divisiveness. They act like, their algorithms haven't been banning things for years. They have. They have. They put a kibosh on many of the viral documentaries. Now, I don't believe they did so on channels like Duke's, not because they couldn't have, but because, they always want to pull out that race card later. They want to point to racist, so that they can in turn ban more people. Right? Because again, you really got to convince me that Stefan Molyneux was saying what YouTube said in their terms of service that they violated. And maybe he did, but was it in one video? I mean, it's certainly not his message overall, is it? And even if it were, I'm not here to be the thought police. And you shouldn't be either. If you want to fight ideas, fight them with better ones. If you want to fight information, fight it with better information. It's pretty simple. Let's see. Did you check out Project Cassandra? George Webb did a lot of reporting on Project Cassandra. It's in Politico. I don't know what Project Cassandra is at all. Another New Yorker here looking to eventually get out of this once fine state. What locations have you looked good for you, Jason? It looks like right outside of Cleveland's going to be my first spot, and then maybe in Dayton, and do Ohio first. And then from Ohio down to Kansas City, and then we'll see from there, because Kansas City to Wisconsin, it's a bit of a thing. But I want to check out Wisconsin. They're the first ones to fight back, right? And then South and North Dakota. Hopefully we're going to do it in like 2 to 4 weeks, a few days in each spot, and we're gonna pick a place. And with your help, we're gonna report from the ground. We're gonna show you what the rest of America looks like. If there's a protest or something that needs to be covered along the way, maybe we'll do that. But it's gonna be, I'm gonna be keeping in touch with the audience as much as possible while on the road. All right, let's see. I have a meme for you that might hit them in the feels. Text to follow. We will end you. We'll cancel you. We will ruin you. We will make you no one. Me, pick of Arya Stark. You sure you want to do this? How do you break into real topics to people pay up or sheeples like family maybe? How do you break it? Oh, how do you break into real you know what? I'm a blunt person. And sometimes it doesn't work out for me. Some people aren't, first of all, sometimes I'm a jerk. Sure. Sometimes I'm a little too aggressive, but I try to mean well. I try to give real information. I really do. I promise. George tells lies and has done a lot to destroy the truth tellers. Do your research. He might. Again, I'm not. Did I not make it very clear, Pam, from the very beginning that I'm not endorsing Stefan Molyneux or George Webb? All I said about George Webb is I don't think there's anything about him that's race baiting. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, does he talk about racial supremacy at all? Does he even talk about race politics or identity politics in that manner? I mean, he could be putting a ton of disinfo out there. Okay, like expose that. That's fine. Bedroom Junkie says, LOL, Rogan's up. How do you get into real deep topics with sleeping family? Hard to do, so much disinfo. I think, I guess I kind of addressed that, but then I went off to another side of the topic. The other way to do it is find a point where it's not of contention, but it's of agreement, and flesh that point out. Okay, you agree here, so if then, this has to be bad. And then you show them that. You bring them down. I think documentaries are still a really good tool. Maybe you can get them to sit down and watch Shade the Motion Picture. Burmis getting ready for the turn of the month. Crazier by the day. I know it, Derek. It is crazier by the day. Got to get out of here. Again, if you saw my video on Cuomo today, he wants Trump to sign an executive order demanding everybody wear a mask in public. He said 95% of the people want that. These are things he actually said. Okay, he said that he may now shut down or further regulate restaurants and other businesses, and he'll announce that on Wednesday. Do I need to continue? No, New York's not looking good. Canada has a good surprise on the first day of USMCA. Derek Slight says, good luck, everybody. Real candidate day. Candy Wolf, you got to love Jason. I love you. Thank you, Candy. Oh, a little bit of a jump. Whoa. Man. Thumbs the video up, guys. And let me just make sure there's not any more in the super chat way of the GoFundMes. Nope, not yet. Nothing there. Still got to scroll back up to wherever we were. Man, there we go. Here we go. The irony of Chaz in Washington State as a protest against systematic racism is that Washington State was founded by George Washington Bush of Pennsylvania, a half Irish and half black man. My man, Brian. Yes, that Bush. I can't make this up. Yeah, the Alex Jones rant at the end was great. Classic Jones. Nothing like a shell of a man he is now. Old Jonesy. Bush Hub. Huh? Pigs Arse. Jason, have you seen the China mega dam might collapse with floods in China? No, I have not. But boy, that would be tragic. That would not be good. Whew. Man, it's really just a bummer that YouTube does this. Agreed. Yep. Good point. Thanks. Whoa, Molyneux, I watched some of his stuff for 10 plus years. Just for perspective. Crazy. I got to find some info to connect George Washington to the Bush family. Let's see. George Washington Bush was a free man with slave parents. Interesting. Why was that? Did you see how I had to okay that? What, because you use the term slave in the same sentence of free man? And George Washington? I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy censorship. He probably was connected. It is not completely time to ignore YouTube fully as I watch this on YouTube. How can you? That's like saying you're going to turn off TV forever, or you're going to go get a flip phone and never use one of these. I mean, YouTube is that big of a platform. It will be a cousin. Let's see. At Bedroom Junkie. I was not expecting that. Good job. Thanks, Brian Telford. Thanks, bro. Remember how Hillary and Robert Byrd were close. You won't hear any censorship numpties. Yeah, Hillary and Robert Byrd and Joey B. Joe Biden, coincidentally, also wants mandatory masks and would sign an executive order. I mean, the gall of these people to say 95% of the country want that. Yeah, Cuomo said it. I promise you. Let's see. At least something to research. I heard Joe Biden has information that could put Hillary in prison. Just saying. Yeah, just like Hillary has information that could put Joe Biden in prison. I mean, Joe Biden, I love when people are like, I heard this and I read a message board that. You got to show me some evidence, baby. I grew up in the town next to Chappaqua. When they moved to the town, my cozy world was over. I'm a Washingtonian. Washingtonian? So it's interesting when considering the de facto state constitution that was ratified here. Project Cassandra was a DE investigation into Hezbollah drug smuggling that was shut down by the Obama administration. So when you say Hezbollah drug dealing, we're talking about Iranian drug dealing more than likely. And if it was shut down by the Obama administration, there's a good chance that U.S. intelligence was probably working with those rogue Hezbollah. But who knows? I'm just speculating. Maybe that's the harmful content they're talking about, huh? Arthur Morgan says uncultured. I say candor. I'm in Bremerton. Let the market decide. Smiles. George Washington Bush dies in Tumwater, or died in Tumwater, okay? Why not? That's all we talk about now. George Webb is Mossad confirmed. Is he? I mean, again, where did you see that he is Mossad confirmed? Right, like, again, like, there may be videos accusing him of being Mossad. There may be evidence that he is Mossad. You could send that to me. But have you confirmed it, Thursday Bear? Right on, bud. I am just across the lake from you. Let's see. Will you do a video on Ethan Melzer, the army soldier who plotted with neo-Nazi order of 9 angels to kill service members? I don't know anything about Ethan Melzer. So neo-Nazi order of 9 angels. See, I don't know any of that stuff. I know that the big propaganda out there right now is that, you know, Poot Poot was hiring Taliban to take out U.S. soldiers from the same intelligence sources that told us Russian collusion, weapons of mass destruction, you know, bin Laden, those intelligence sources. I know that. I know I don't trust that. But send me some information on Melzer on Twitter. I am not talking about race. He is a social engineer. Who a social engineer? The real social engineers at the top are the ones we need to worry about. Yeah. Put a little love in your heart. Peace all. Got a jet later, stick string. Miss Loca, it is so difficult. Adieu for now. Peace and love, samurai. Oh, jeez. That was a big jump too. Big jump. There we go. George loves Obama. Does he? See, listen, George is allowed to love Obama. He's allowed to hate Obama. I don't know. Again, why did he get banned from YouTube? And again, he wasn't in the headlines of Stephen Molyneux, Richard Spencer, and David Duke. And again, Richard Spencer and David Duke, they are self-professed white nationalists. I do not believe that Stephen Molyneux is that. Yet he's in that cluster. I've been called a jerk and an a-hole and have been ostracized by family trying to talk about real topics. Wondered if you had any tips. Again, man, I try to find not a point of contention, but one of agreement. And I, try to reach out to somebody with love. But at the same time, I can be pretty abrasive. And sometimes people just can't handle it either. We got another super chat. Jason needs help right now. And we need more journalists and less big media activists. Thank you so much, Carlos. I need that. Yeah, when I'm trying to do activism, I'm trying to do it not on behalf of a party or an ideology, not for the Democrats or the Republicans or even the Libertarians or the Green Party or any of that. Okay? I'm not doing it on behalf of conservatism or liberalism. I'm a constitutionalist, baby, and that's because a constitutionalist can change with the Constitution. I'm for rights of everybody. I'm for free speech. I'm for the basics, for small government, for accountability. What the Constitution was really written for. And, that's my activism, is that every human being on the planet should be allotted those type of due process rights, those type of free speech rights. And nobody should be above the law, especially not the predator class that currently is, by the way. I wake up my family to the lies of the media by bluntly telling them the media think they are idiots. I then go over the many, many examples. That's one way to do it. They do treat you like children. They treat you like children every day, like it's right before Christmas and Santa Claus is coming, and he won't come unless you behave. That's how they treat you. Miss Loca says, mask off. Russian Kekbot does a little bit of boom, boom. Everyone should watch Red Pill Rage on IG, what is that? IG something slaves? I don't know what that is. Hold on. It is. IG Jen says. Okay. Born into the Twilight Zone. No kidding. Oh, by the way, Operation Popeye, thanks for pointing out that Pierre the filmmaker fake moon video that I did. You notice I pinned that comment over there. Mystery solved, guys. People were like, did you know it was a hoax beforehand? I wouldn't have done it if I knew it was a hoax beforehand. I remember seeing it on the site. I readily admitted right in the beginning I didn't know the source of the material, or I didn't think it proved that there were cities on the moon, and that I didn't know where it came from. At the end of the video, I said, hey, I don't want to promote Johnny nonsense. If anyone knows where it came from, let me know. That man did it. Oh, probably losing my job for refusing the mask. Well, I mean, again, I don't know how I would be able to do a job for 8 hours a day with a mask around my face. It'd drive me nuts. Watch Black Pill instead. All the YouTubers and comics eating their own for money. The fine line between enlightening family and trying not to piss them off is hard. Agreed. Holy shizite. Don't wear a mask. Don't take a knee. Northern Michigan is great. Are you going to visit Fitch on your American tour? Fitch is all the way in California, where California is also going back on lockdown. Okay, so I don't know that I'm going to visit Fitch there. Hopefully, man, hopefully there's going to come a point again where we overcome the madness and travel is going to be regular. And, you know, I would go out to California for, say, you know, an MMA event, or maybe somewhere else closer to wherever I relocate to. I would love to be able to do an in-person podcast with Fitch, where maybe we even had a guest in person. I enjoy the mixed martial mindset, guys. You know, I've been a fan of mixed martial arts now for pretty much over 20 years on some level, and me and my brother enjoy it. It's almost like a family thing. We love going to the live events, and I've turned a couple of my friends on to it, you know, that are like family to me. So, you know, that's fun. You know, if I get to turn that into anything else, that's great. But I just really enjoy doing that. Quarantine is restricting the movements of the sick. Tyranny is restricting the movements of the healthy. Let's see. No mask, no vaccine. Don't even get me with that vaccine stuff. You're just going to make me upset. They don't like me, I guess. The only things that should ever be banned: pedo crap, agreed. Suicides and murder, agreed. Bestiality, agreed. Bum fights. Well, dude, that's the other thing. Forget about the bum fights. You know, there's like, what is it? In Satan's backyard. I forget what it is, but there's some like low-level MMA fights taking place in the backyard. And those people, they've got sponsors. They're monetized. And they're, you know, they're not bum fights by any means. They got a ref in there, but not the kind of ref you would need. So that stuff's out there. And outright physical cruelty. Other than that, nothing should be banned ever. You know, I could see certain types of nudity. You know, you didn't put that in there. You know, I don't think softcore porn is a place for YouTube, even though you can find it on there. You can find hardcore porn on there as well if you want to look hard enough. There's plenty of things still on there that go against their current terms of service. But they're not the things they're actively trying to suppress, so they pay them no attention. What do you think of the blatant white hate or racist things said to white people that seem to get a free pass? Kind of weird. Yeah, no, they want more race baiting. Again, I judge no man by the color of his skin, but the content of his character. And when I play a video of a black MMA fighter, Bobby Green, bringing in his white foster father, saying that same thing and talking about how only love can defeat hate, and Twitter censors that as sensitive material, you know what the agenda is. That's not sensitive material. They don't want the truth being out there. It's not about, I'm not a conservative. Bobby Green's not a conservative. All right, it's not just about censoring conservatives, but these are the things they've been censoring for a long time. Messages of love and real unity that far go beyond race and get into the real class war against a predator class that will continue to oppress us with these same methods of chaos and control. Most people who came to the U.S. were slaves or indentured servants long before blacks. Even after blacks, I mean, you look at how the Irish were treated. You know, you look how people are treated today. Forget about what's going on in the United States. How U.S. citizens of all colors, all genders, join a military that in turn drone bombs people overseas that happen to be brown. But that's not racist, right? Because they're all doing it together. That's just national security. That's just full spectrum dominance, right? Man, that was a big jump right there. There we go. What up, by the way, everyone? Late to the party. How we doing, Josh? Good to see you here. Prison buddies. Brian Telford says, I am stoned. Confirmed. Confirmed. He is confirmed, my friend. Let's see. Jay Dyer episode. Time to podcast, bro. Oh, you love that. Well, thank you. I mean, again, the podcasting thing would probably be me just taking the different subject matter that I cover every day and strolling it into one audio for each day. And I guess you could call that the Jason Burma Show. That's something that could happen in the future for sure. And you're right, I should be doing it. Yeah, Dyer was a fun talk because we got to talk about some of the esoteric agendas out there, right? And we did so through a really bizarre and occultic film known as The Holy Mountain. Shut down by Obama. So the Iran deal would go forward. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, man, that was big. Why is this going? Man, jumps all over. There's the they don't like me. There we go. Boom. Come on, man. Let's go. George Webb is a hero. Okay, Ben. And Stefan calls a spade and a criminal. If you won't tell the lefty lies, you get banned. Why don't you use the Brave browser? I don't know. Sometimes I'm late to the party, guys. Stefan is a POS, but should not be banned. Why isn't Hillary Clinton in jail? Because Hillary Clinton is a minion of that predator class we talk about. Will you ever do a documentary on your take on Agenda 21, 2030 and how it applies to the current situation? Maybe do an updated Iron Mountain Report documentary. Who knows what's in the future for me. But again, if you watch my films, Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture, I was pretty much laying a lot of this down then. Agenda 21, I've talked about for a long time, but we're seeing it come to fruition, I guess. Today I went to, what was it? Let's go here really quick. I went to my convenience store. And I wasn't sure whether this was fake stuff that was just getting posted on Twitter or whatever. But, a few hours ago to the convenience store, and now they're telling me that there's not enough coins? What? Does that even make sense? That all of a sudden there's a coin shortage at banks? This is real. This is a picture I took. And, there's the little slave mask. I had to be one too, just so I could be in the store. And now, apparently changed. No, that's not part of a transhumanist cashless society control grid agenda, I'm sure. I'm sure it's not. Thumbs the video up, subscribe, and share. Remember, guys, we are taking super chats via the GoFundMe in the link down there. Want to remind people about that. All right. Let's see. Jason, can you go to one of Cuomo's shindigs and ask him one question? How do you think history will remember you? I'd ask him a lot more. I don't care how history remembers him. I care what happens to the people of this state right now. I want to know right now why he thinks it's okay to put unelected billionaires in control of my state. Bloomberg, Bill and Melinda Gates, and Eric Schmidt. I want to ask him why he thinks it's okay, even when he knows there's no evidence of asymptomatic spread, knows there's no evidence that it's spread on surfaces, knows that when they were actually testing people, the new cases were often already at home and isolated. More than half of those cases. And he knows damn well that those protests happen, yet he is not only carrying on the facade, he is accelerating it. There is plenty to talk about. Mandatory vaccinations for everybody in the state. Recommending Trump give an executive order for mandatory masks across the entire country. Yeah, there's some problems. Can't wait to see 7. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. Shout out to Disco Dylan Avery. I'm for the weed butter side up. Not sure how the Last American Vagabond channel is still up. Ryan sure doesn't tickle the lefties' tummies. Yeah, no, he's kicking butt and taking names. Just remember the end goal. God wins. Predator class needs a hemp necktie. George says he is a Jew. Okay. So wait a minute. What does that mean? Like is that like a comment on someone saying he's Mossad confirmed, as if everybody who's Jewish is in Jewish intelligence? Is everybody American in American intelligence? I mean, it's just blows my mind. Oi, lo, he is a genius. LOL. Oh, by the way, you will never wake up the comatose. Someone called Parler, the new Twitter, a honeypot. Can anyone elaborate on that? It got like 500,000 users in 3 days. The president went over to it. It seems more like of a conservative thing. But then at the same time, they're saying that you have to sign off on an agreement that if somehow your content gets flagged and sued, it's not Parler that gets sued. It'll be you directly. So those are some of the concerns, I guess. It's Red Pill Rage on Instagram. Watch our TV channel. Dan Boigino is part owner of Parler. Interesting. Was it a UFC first-round TKO against hate speech? Yes, it was. It was a 3-round battle, actually, against hate speech, in my opinion. 42 seconds of awesome. If you've not seen my Bobby Green tweet, or if you've not seen my video after Twitter censored it. So pretty unbelievable. Sup from Sydney, Australia. Jason, partner with Red Pill Rage. Everyone needs to partner up. Let's see. Whoop, man, we got a lot of jumpage there, huh? Let's see. Wow, look at all that. Thumbs the video up, subscribe, and share. Of course they are like that. No max, no vax. I have been looking at houses, I've been looking at houses in Tennessee on golf courses for under $200K. Parts of America are still affordable. I agree. You got to find those parts. You got to find the ones that are also free. Things are surprisingly normal in Vancouver, Canada. Seems to me most have found a happy medium between obeying the rules and being practical about daily life. Come on up. Oops, no max, no vax. I forget it messed it up. What the heck? There's some emojis. My body, my choice. Stefan is gone. Yes, he is. One last good question. One last good question for you at JB. Okay, what's that? I can't even leave my tiny little island I live on, and we have no hospital stays or deaths. It's nuts. We all know what else it could be, but it makes you sound racist. I don't know what that means. Hey, Jason, you going to join Parler? I don't know. Do I have the time? I can't spend all my life on social media either, guys. That's the other thing. That's detrimental to your mental health no matter how you think about it. Splice them all with a Ridge wallet, commercials in between. By the way, guys, the Jason is void at Yahoo is not only the way to email me, although don't spam email me because then you just get blocked anyway if you got something great, but it's also my my PayPal in case. And I want to shout out to those that made PayPal donations this last week. There were actually a lot of them, and they were pretty decent. Some people, gave a pretty decent amount of money. Thank you. Thank you. Can't thank you enough. Jack Pasovic got ducked up by BLM. I saw that. And again, he looked so sad. And I felt bad for Jack. One of the ways I got back into this, on the first day I got back into this, Jack Pasovic tried to shout me down in Chantilly, Virginia at Bilderberg with a microphone. And instead, I engaged him in a conversation that he had to have, and we had that conversation and disagreed heavily, by the way. It's out on the web if you want to see it. Dan Dix actually has it up on his Press for Truth channel, yet another channel that has been highly suppressed. Please do your evil laugh. I do laugh every once in a while. Podcastic magic. There's spies in them there, Congress. Jason, you ever do anything on CERN and how it was set up by its own entity, like the Vatican, by a paperclip Nazi, and the whole project resembles a large-scale Nazi bell? I've talked about CERN. I've talked about the Nazi bells. I've talked about paperclip. I've never put that all in one thought, I guess. It's happening. What? They're pushing the limits. Is civil war likely if mail-in voting is nationwide? Neither side is going to believe the other one. That's very, very true. There's a lot of things bad that mail-in voting will do. You better believe it. Butter side up versus butter side down. I don't know what we're talking about here. Butter side up. I mean, are we talking on toast? Because it's only butter side up. I mean, are we talking about maybe a toasted ham, egg, and cheese sandwich where maybe you butter the bread down and you put it on top of the egg after it's already melted the cheese? Maybe, Brian. Maybe. Yes, please do create a Braves creator account so we can donate. You'll get approved immediately. Okay. I'm not against it, guys. It's just so much. Let's see. What do you make of Dershowitz's putting Ehud Barak Epstein in the frame? I think it came out through one of the girl's civil cases, i.e. Virginia Roberts Giuffre et al. I know that on top of that, obviously they've been talking about Ehud Barak as that prime minister for some time, that he gave a timeline of meeting Epstein recently on a talk show that does not make sense. I've got to revisit that. I got to get back into the Epstein case a little more hardcore and get her moving. Let's see. Is that even Bill and Melinda asking for a friend? I don't know what that means. In Australia, Aldi supermarket has $5 in coin limit. A lady tried to pay for her groceries with $9.25 and was refused. They are trying to make Australian cashless. Most businesses are card only right now. Definitely encouraging in a lot of places, right? Weird. The old cashless society control grid. Let's see. They're all in cahoots, lockstep. Let's see. We are already in a semi-cold civil war. Is everyone in intelligence actually intelligent? No, they're not. Oh, Brian. George Webb said the U.S. Army took the COVID-19 to China and spread it worldwide. He got about 10,000 Chinese subscribers after he posted. Listen, again, just because he's posting something that's not true or you disagree with or that maybe has ill intent does not mean you ban him via anything. And was he violent? Was he calling for violence? I mean, MSNBC lies to you every day. Fox News lies to you every day. CNN lies to you every day, and it is amplified. They are not only not going to be banned off of YouTube, they are, in fact, the authoritative sources they promote. Okay? Let's see. Thanks for reading my comments. We'll send a little cash. Thank you for the donations. Appreciated. Very much so. Let's see. Anomaly did a video saying first trace of COVID in Spain, March 2019. They're saying they pulled it from a sewage system sample. I don't know what to believe anymore. Again, did they find it there? Does its genetic sequence have that HIV delivery system that the Nobel Prize winner talked about and the India study talked about and the Lancet study talked about? Because I'm going to have to see more evidence. It's not your body. Know your enemy. Somehow my Epstein-Ehud Barak question got divided up, LOL. Must be timed to go to bed. That's Berm's grade commitment right there. Thanks, Bedroom Junkie. Hey, guys, follow Bedroom Junkie over on Twitter. He does some really amazing artwork, for sure. Yeah, thumbs up the videos. I think I'm going to call it a day. I think this is going to be it, guys. We almost got to the end, and that's going to be it for me. I want to thank everybody who has donated to the GoFundMe. Again, we are 100% demonetized over here. Let's just make sure. Oh, we did get one more. Thank you so much, Shannon Bach. Oh, thank you. That was you. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Remember to thumbs it up. Check out my other stuff, guys. Check out my Cuomo and his Mountain of Lies video. If you want to see something on esoteric Hollywood, not only check out my breakdown of the Holy Mountain with Jay Dyer, but go check out Jay's analysis as well. He does a lot of good work over there. Mandatory vaccinations already in place over at the University of Tennessee, and we're not even just talking about COVID 1984. We're talking about the flu vaccine, then the COVID 1984 vaccine. I wish I was making it up. I'm not. So, guys, thumbs the video up, subscribe, share, check out all the documentary films, Loose Change, Final Cut, and Fabled Enemies if you don't understand how false flag terrorism has been used in this country to begin to create the authoritarian system that is in development today. And if you want to see that system fleshed out, Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture are also there for you guys. Check me out over at Rockfin and over at Minds. I absolutely love you guys, and I'll see you on the flip side.